The level of controlling was incredible. We couldn't cut our hair. There were clothes that we were and weren't allowed to wear. We weren't allowed to wear trousers. No radio, no TV. And same with music as well. Only their music. And there's this constant squelching of your spirit. So here you are, a teenage girl starting to develop, and you're the early stages of carving out your identity and trying to experiment. And I could feel in me this deep unhappiness. We all rebel, it's innate. And it was a fury against the destruction that they had wreaked on my life. And I wasn't going to take it anymore. I was done being a product of their abuse. My moment of realization of what am I doing here was in inspiration time. And there's 50 people in a room singing. And I just looked around and just saw hypocrisy, falsehood, and I just started miming. I stopped singing. I just started faking it. We were extremely poor and extremely cold, and I was being sex trafficked to very influential or affluent people. And that was terrifying. In fact, I started getting ill, a lot of abdominal pains. My body was screaming, "This is wrong, get out." There was a bus at 20 past 5 in the morning. I managed to open the front door. And it's like this feeling of, being eyes staring at you from behind. That's almost like pulling you back. The weight kind of slowly drops into your stomach, and the further you go, sort of the lighter you feel. Like those scenes from films of migrants who have found a little dinghy and they finally reach the shore. Like that, really. And suddenly I felt relief and gratitude. And a lightness of being, and freedom, 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 freedom from control. Nobody else is telling you what to do anymore.
A Texas jury has sentenced polygamous leader Warren Jeffs to life in prison plus 20 years. The jury heeded the prosecutor's call to give Jeffs the maximum sentence for sexually assaulting an underage follower he took as his bride. Jeffs led a radical offshoot of the Mormon Church.
Almost every room has a picture. We love him.
And how would you describe Uncle Warren, as you call him?
As a father. He is a very loving, caring, oh wow. Sorry. It's so deep and so real and so much love and kindness that it hurts to think that anybody could see bad in him. I know the real story. I know the real man. And he's had a lot of bad press. And he's had a lot of things said that just, they don't hold true. He's done only good that I know of in my life.
And there's never within you a seed of doubt?
Absolutely not.
You are an educated person. You are not a blind mouse following, not knowing better. And you've never once had any moment of doubt that you...
No, not even. I was born at the Hilldale home, there in Hilldale. I grew up on the mountain there in Hilldale. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I just didn't know any other life, of course, and I don't know that I would have loved any other life. And if it came down to me being the last family FLDS in the community, I would have a hard time wanting to stay. I need my religion. I need it. I want it.
Everybody.
You just saw Norma. She's an educated, smart woman who refuses to believe all the evidence.
Right. She refuses to look at all the evidence. And the evidence that she has looked at, she refuses to believe. She said herself, I need this religion. For her to face something different would be more shattering to her than just staying where she is, probably knowing in the back of her mind that there's a great deal of truth to it. She just can't look at it.
So you're saying that because her world is so closed, her mind is
Her mind is closed. She is a perfect example of that kind of single-mindedness that people get trapped into.
And I'm right where I want to be. I don't think I want to be out of the culture. I don't want to be out of my religion. I don't need a big gaping hole in my soul. I want to stay where I feel good and comfortable, happy, and fulfilled. And that's my religion does that for me.